Hello guys, we are going to be taking a look at some of my screwdrivers. I am an IT technician. I repair computers, build computers, and I also do some other electrician work on the side, such as replace receptacles, light switches, put in new circuit breakers, run new Romex, stuff like that. So I've been looking to upgrade my toolkit. My current screwdriver kit is an old iFixit kit, and the bits are crap. They're hard to change out, and they're easy to lose. So I've been looking for something a lot better. I've also been looking for a REAL Robertson bit. Now, I'm in the US, so it's really hard to get your hands on a real Robertson bit, let alone real Robertson screws. Over here in the US, we call the stuff squared screw drives, which is the American knockoff to Robertson, and it's not a true Robertson bit. And the screw will fall right off the bit, basically, and it will cam out. We do use Robertson in the US, but we mainly use it for on the electrical stuff, such as receptacles. So I'm going to be showing you how well real Robertson bits latch onto receptacle screws. But anyway, what I picked up, I actually found this brand out from a YouTuber that I watch, 12 Volt Vids. He does a lot of electronics repair. He repairs TVs, receivers, tape decks, you name it. He basically repairs it. Microwaves. He's been in the field for over 30 years, and he is in Canada. He's out in the Vancouver area, and he, I think it was 8 months ago or whatever, picked up a Picquic set, and it kind of intrigued me because this Picquic, they make the screwdrivers in Canada, so they're made in Canada, and they have real Robertson bits. And they actually have the best multi-bit design. Picquic's actually the brand that first designed the multi-bit screwdriver. And what a multi-bit driver is a screwdriver that has the bits on the actual driver, the handle itself. So you don't have to go to like a bit set, open it up, and pick out your bits and put them on. They're right there on your screwdriver. So I actually kind of went overkill, and I kind of acquired a big Picquic catalog here of equipment because I really admire having high quality tools. So the first thing I picked up was what actually 12 Volt Vids, his name's Dave. What Dave actually picked up is he picked up this 3-pack, and this 3-pack was like, I think it was $22, $25. I'll overlay the price, but if you're just getting into high quality screwdrivers, this set right here is the go-to. This is a very good value because you get 3 different sizes and different arrays and sizes of bits. So this is the first thing I'm going to be taking a look at. Now this is the Picquic 44606 family pack, and I'll overlay the Amazon listing here. You can buy these in the US. Picquic does, they have a Canadian version and they have an American version. The American version is still made in Canada, but the American version has a different bit set array that's tailored to the American market. And they still do give you real Robertson bits as well. Just the Canadian version has more Robertson bits included, if that makes sense. But fear not, I actually picked up a Picquic Robertson bit pack, because they do sell bit packs as well. So let's go ahead and set all this stuff aside, and let's just focus on this multi-bit pack first and open it up. So if you're just going to get one product from Picquic, I recommend getting this one. This one is the best bang for the buck, and it's going to give you everything you'll need for the oddball handyman repairs around the house. It's a good thing to have in like the drawer of your house or whatever to fix anything that shows up around the house. So this will give you 3 different multi-bit drivers. It will give you the 6-pack plus, the Multique, and the Teeny Turner. Now Picquic has various different screwdrivers, and I'll overlay all the different types, and I actually have quite a few of theirs. But this multi-bit pack will give you 3 of their different screwdriver types, and it's a really good bang for the value. So the 6-pack plus is their biggest multi-bit driver. It's their biggest screwdriver. Has the biggest bits. They're 3-inch long bits. And the thing about Picquic is not only is the screwdriver, the handle and the shank made in Canada, but their bits are very high quality. They're impact grade, which means you can take a bit out of your Picquic and put it into your drill or impact driver, and it's actually built for that high torque power tools capability. And their bits are also on 6-pack plus, they're 3 inches long, which is great. And as you can see down here, you have the made for power tools logo. So the 6-pack plus gives us a Phillips size 1, 2, and 3, a Robertson number 2, a Torx 15, a 3/16 flathead, and a 1/4-inch flathead. The Motique gives us a Phillips 0, 1, and 2, a Torx 6 and 8, a flathead 5/32, and a 3/16 flathead. And the bits on the Motique are 2.5 inches long. The Teeny Turner is good for repairing very small things, such as like a watch, or jewelry, or phones. You know, things that are tiny, have really tiny screws. The Teeny Turner is a really good screwdriver for that, and it gives you very tiny bits for that. So it gives you a 00 Phillips, a 0 Phillips, a size 5, 6, and 8 Torx, a 2mm and a 3mm flathead, and the bits are 1 inch long. Let's go ahead and look at the back. As you see on the back, it shows you their array of different screwdrivers. They actually have more screwdrivers than that, but they have the Super 8 Plus. That is for people that work in the HVAC industry. You'll have a hex driver on there for doing bits on, different HVAC stuff. You have the hex. They have 2 different versions of hex. They have the metric and the SAE, which those are different sizes for different regions. I don't really understand the difference between the metric and SAE. I just know that different countries use different standards, so I just pick up both of them, so I have all the sizes. They have the True Torx, which I have that one, and they have the Dash 7, and then they have a Stubby, but they also have many more than that. So that's the back of it, and as you guys can see, the model is 44606, and it does say up in the right-hand corner, handle and shank made in Canada, bits are made in Taiwan, but the bits, still high-quality assurance on those bits. They're very high-quality bits. Better than most bits you'll pick up at Home Depot or Lowe's. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. I've been really excited to be able to actually unbox these and touch these screwdrivers. So here we go. Ooh, very high quality. So we have our 3 different sizes. We have our big one, the Big Daddy, which is the Picquic 6-pack plus. We have the Motique, which is a smaller screwdriver, and then we have the Teeny Turner. And how the Picquic works is, compared to any other design out there, Picquic has the best design. And let me explain. There are some multi-bit drivers to where the bits are like inside the handle, in like a pill container, to where you unscrew the bottom, you dump all the bits out in your hand, you find the bit you want, you put all the bits back in the pill container, screw it back up, and then you pop the bit in. The problem with that is, one, when you shake your handle, you're going to hear all the bits inside rattling around. Two, sorting through the bits can be a hassle. Three, you have a tendency to lose the bits because you have to take them all out, put them in your hand, pick through them, put them all back in. And four, it's a very slow process. Now, other multi-bit drivers, they have ones that can pop out the back, and you can spin around a thing to where you can pick different drivers. The problem with that is there's too many moving parts, and those break over time. So that's a bad multi-bit design, and also that fails over time. Now, there's also ones that will have cutaways where you put the bits in the side. The problem with that is when you're messing with the screwdriver, you're interacting with the bits, and they can fall off, they can slide off, and you have a tendency to lose them. So Picquic is actually the only brand the first brand that actually made the multi-bit driver. They made this years ago. And if you see any other screwdriver out there that makes the multi-bit driver, they are basically, they are knocking off Picquic. So these are made in Canada, and all the bits are high quality impact driver grade bits ready for your power tools. But how it works is all the bits are stored in the handle under this little like cubby hole or whatever. You can see the bits right here, so you can find the bit you want. So say I want the Robertson one. You take out this screw and you push this through. Ooh, that does have a lot of force. So maybe there we go. You push this through. Okay, there we go. I just have to wear it in a little bit. And then you put pull out the new bit, you put it on the top. I'm being weak here. And see, you have a nice high quality impact grade driver. These are 3-inch long bits on the 6-pack plus. And you have yourself a real Robertson bit there. And they all say Picquic right on them, and they're all labeled. So R2, so that's a Robertson 2. And this should be the right size bit for receptacles. I'll test it here in a bit. But so say I want to get Phillips again. All I gotta do is there we go. Just push it through like that. Put on my Phillips. So there's a 6-pack plus. The Motique is a little bit smaller. They gear this more towards women, but these are smaller bits. So same concept design. So you want a different one, you just push it through. Sometimes you use the butt of your hand there, and that will help it go through. And these shafts or whatever that hold the bits, they have some tension to them. So these bits aren't going to slide out, and when you're messing with the screwdriver, you're not going to interact or touch the bits. So they have it, their design is very thought out. You can see what bit you want, pull it through. And this method, since they have this method to where they force you to put another bit in before you get another bit, you're not going to ever lose any bits, because they force you. If you change out a bit, you're not going to have multiple bits in your hand. You're not going to lose any bits because it's forcing you. Before you can get another bit, you have to put this other bit back in place. So that's the Picquic design. The teeny turners for like repairing cell phones, watches, stuff like that. So you have smaller bits. We'll push this through. Maybe like that. So there is the 3-pack array. We'll look at those in depth later. Let's look at my other toys I got. So the other Picquic that I picked up was the True Torx. This will include all your different Torx sizes. So this comes with the T10, 15, 20, 25, 27, 30, and 40. So I picked up the True Torx. Let's go ahead and unbox this. On the back, you can see these are impact driver grade bits, 3 inches long. And this looks like it shares the same handle size as a 6-pack plus. So here is the Picquic True Torx, and it does show you all the different sizes there. So same mechanism, like that. We got the True Torx. Now, This one has a little tiny bit of rattle to it, but I'm going to show you guys so you can listen to the process of this. So the True Torx has a tiny bit of rattle to it, but these handles are nice, solid, high quality handles. I'll tell you that much. You can get a good, firm grip on these handles. These bits are very high quality metal, impact driver ready. Not gonna have any problems with these bits, I'll tell you that much. So it's good to have the Torx for if you work on a lot of some electronics will use Torx, some HVAC systems, stuff like that. So I picked up the True Torx set. So comparing it to the 6-pack Plus, it shares the same exact handle size and the same exact bit size, 3-inch bits. These are 1/4 hex. So if you wanted to supply your own bits for the Picquics, you can. Set those aside. Other things I picked up was I picked up their bit packs. You can buy additional bits or replacement bits for the Picquics. So they have the Torx Security, and this is model, let me get it for you, 95004. So you have Torx Security. You have hex or Allen wrench, SAE. You have hex or Allen wrench metric, or MM. And you have REAL Robertson bits. So I did pick up their REAL Robertson bit pack right here. And you have Posi drive, which is like Phillips, but these are mainly used on decks. So you have also Posi drive available. Now, JIS, Picquic does not currently make JIS bits, but I was able to get JIS bits from mcmaster-carr. Now let me tell you about mcmaster-carr. mcmaster-carr is an industrial tool shop, basically. They make lots of tools, or they buy lots of tools and they sell them. They're like a reseller. And they mainly sell towards businesses. But their website, you can go on it, mcmaster.com. It is excellent. A well laid out website to order bits. I mean, their website is fantastic from an interface perspective. You can filter things properly. You can search out JS bits. They'll tell you everything about it. Their customer support's also very awesome. I emailed them after hours, and the next morning they had a response in my inbox at 6 o'clock in the morning before I even woke up. And I asked my question, hey, where do you get your bits from? Where are these made for JS? And they told me straight out. So mcmaster-carr, I had an excellent experience with mcmaster-carr. Now, I picked up REAL JIS bits. JIS bits are like Phillips, but they're the Japanese industry standard. That's what JIS stands for, and they're mainly used on electronics. So whenever you come across a screw that looks like a Phillips, but you're not getting a good enough, it's camming out a little bit, or you're not getting a good enough connection, JIS does make that connection better. So the screw may be JIS. So these are actually Vestel bits, which Vestel is the best brand to get when it comes to JIS, and mcmaster-carr delivered on that. So if you want a JIS bit, which you're going to want for JIS screws, which are common on electronics and on foreign vehicles, it's a screw that looks like a Phillips, but is actually not. It's a JIS screw, so you're going to need to have JIS bits on deck. And Vestel is a Japanese screwdriver bit brand, whatever you want to call it, and they make the best JIS bits. So I was able to go on McMaster and buy JIS bits, and they're actually genuine Vestel bits, which I'm very pleased to find out. Now, these will fit in my, let's see, I think they'll fit in the, nope, too big for the Matique. These should be able to fit in the 6-pack Plus, but the and they do, but the drive shaft, if you want to store them, you can't store them in this. So these are 2-inch long JS bits. These should fit just fine in the Dash 7. I don't have the Dash 7 Picquic yet. I plan on getting it later, but I could still use these with my existing Picquic 6-pack plus, or on the Torx one, because they're both same shank size. Another thing I forgot to mention is on all the Picquics on the actual drive, you'll notice right here you have a slot to be able to put like a wrench to get extra torque when you're screwing and you're having a hard time screwing something in. You can put a wrench on all the Picquics to get extra torque. Very nice feature, right? So there's the JS bits. I'll do a high quality picture overlay so you can actually see they are vessel bits, which is the best one you can buy. So here's my Robertson bits. Now, if you don't know about Robertson, this is a screw and a screwdriver bit that was designed in Canada by a guy his last name was Robertson. And basically, it's the screw that has a square. In the U.S., we call them screwdriver, and we have knockoff Robertson. We don't have real Robertson. How Robertson was designed is basically you can put the screw on the screwdriver, and you can hold the screwdriver upside down, shake it around, and that screw will not fall off the screwdriver, which is very good. And plus, when you're screwing it in, it will not cam out. You know how when you're screwing a Phillips, sometimes you're stripping or it's jumping out? With a Robertson, you can take that screw and go all the way through the board. You can make a hole through the board, basically, with a Robertson screw and a real Robertson bit. And Picquic, since they're made in Canada, they give you real Robertson bits because it's a Canadian brand. They don't screw around. Whereas if you went with a U.S. brand screwdriver or whatever, you're going to be getting knockoff square bits. They're not going to be real Robertson. These are real Robertson bits. And I believe these get pushed through just the same way with their bit pack design. I think how they designed it is they designed it so you can take a screw your Picquic and you push it through. So I actually need a Robertson 1 for receptacles. I think it's going to be this one. So you take it and you push it through. So they use a similar design on their bit packs. Did you see how I did that? Let's see if that's the right size. Oh yeah, that's the right size. It gets right on there. So I put that in my shank. So I'm going to be carrying a Robertson 1. Now see, their US assortment gave us a Robertson 2, but on our receptacles we use a Robertson 1. So there's the Robertson bit pack. Of course, I will include the overlays of the model numbers and the pricing. The bit packs are about $12 each. So there's my Allen wrench metric. And these are my Allen wrench SAE. I will include overlays to show you all the sizes and stuff that come included. Now, there are a few other bit packs that I don't have my hands on yet, such as the clutch set. I will be getting those later on. But my goal is to own every single bit pack that Picquic has, because these are all high quality 3-inch impact grade bits that can go right into your Picquics. So I plan to own every single bit pack Picquic has. And when they come out with JS bit pack, I will be buying that too. But I'm very satisfied that I have a vessel bit pack. So there's all my bit packs from Picquic. Got my Posi drive, got my Torx. And now these are Torx Security. The True Torx Picquic gives you standard Torx, but they also have a 6-pack of Torx Security as well, which have the pin in the middle. So there's all my bit packs. Now, as far as magnetization on the bits, most of the bits aren't magnetized, but the shanks are magnetized. So like on the teeny turner, if you use the teeny turner, the magnetization of the shank will actually be powerful enough to magnetize the screw. So what I went out and got, because I always complained that, oh my goodness, I need something to magnetize my bits, is I went out and got your typical magnetizer. So this is a Klein Tools screwdriver bit magnetizer and demagnetizer. As you can see on the side, it shows you how it works. And this, you can pick these up for very cheap. You run your bit through it. So say I want to make this Phillips magnetized. You just run your bit through the side that says magnetize. Oh, that has some strength to it. Run it up and down. And they say don't turn it. Just take it straight up and down. And this should make it magnetized. As you guys can see, I'm lifting a bit there. So if you want to demagnetize it, you use one of the lower slots. So this is really good to have. This is a Klein Tools bit magnetizer and demagnetizer. Of course, I'll overlay the model and the pricing and everything. But I picked that up to include in my kit now too. And also includes a key ring, I believe, which I think is... Oh. Key ring is taped. There's the key ring. Includes a key ring if you want to put that on. I think I'll have Ben install that for me. So there's that. Now let me demonstrate Robertson. And if I get permission from Dave over at 12 Volt Vids, I will overlay his video where he demonstrates the difference between a real Robertson bit and a fake Robertson bit. So if I get permission, I will overlay that now.
So how do you tell a real Robertson screwdriver from one of these fake imported square head? And when I say imported, I mean from anywhere other than Canada, because even in the States, they don't make real Robertson screwdrivers. A real Robertson screwdriver will hold the screw on the head. This is a real Robertson screw. It even says right on here, it says made in Canada, Canadian made, and it says real Robertson on here somewhere. Anyway, this is a real Robertson screwdriver. We call this a red Robbie. We also have a green Robbie, which is a number 1, but this is a number 2. And as you can see, if I put the screw onto the head, it will hold the screw onto the head so that I can drive it into whatever I'm going to put the screw into. Okay? This might look like a Robertson, but it's actually a square head. It's not the same. A Robertson screw will not fit, will not stay on this. It falls off. Same with this one here, right? It will not stay on the bit. It falls off. Here's our Picquic real Robertson screw. Maximum torque to drive the screw into anything without slipping. Try that with one of these knockoffs, and it's like, see that? It cams out. That's the problem. A real Robertson screwdriver does not cam out. Drive that screw in all the way down, and it does not cam out. Same with removing it. Do that with one of these chintzy fake ones, and you've got a good chance that it's going to cam and it's going to strip the screw. As you can see, that's the damage to a Robertson screw from using one of these square head bits. That doesn't occur with a real Robertson bit. Same with this one. This is a real Robertson bit. It does not cam out. But only in Canada, because Robertson screws and Robertson screwdrivers was invented by a guy named, obviously, Robertson. He was a Canadian. He invented the best screw, period, and the best screwdriver, period, and yet his invention is only used in Canada.
Okay, so we do use Robertson in the US. It's just you don't see it very often. In Canada, Robertson's pretty much the standard up there. You're going to see Robertson on pretty much most of their stuff. But we do have Robertson available in the US, and it's actually used by electricians. So on a lot of our receptacles, so right here, I have two 20 amp spec grade receptacles. And on our terminals, we actually have like combination type screws. Now I'll have to give you guys like a high quality picture because you're not going to see it from the camera angle. But it's a combination of flathead, Phillips, and Robertson, which is so stupid. They should have just picked a screw and went with it, right? But if you use a flathead or even a Phillips, you're going to be camming out on these. You're not going to have very good torque. So what a lot of electricians use is they will use a number 1 Robertson bit. Or there is another bit type out there. It's called ECX and Milwaukee. Is it Milwaukee? Yeah, Milwaukee or Klein offer that bit, which it's like that combination bit. It's a combination Robertson and Phillip and flathead. But I hear those wear out and they're not very well built. I'll just say that. But I do plan on picking up a couple ECX bits. But real electricians use a number 1 Robertson. So let's see how well that drives into this screw. So I put it on here and it locks right onto that terminal. So I'm screwing it in, locks right on. I have nice torque. I'm not afraid of breaking the bits because these are impact grade bits. This goes right on. Look at that. So Robertson number 1 goes right on these receptacles perfectly because it's utilizing that Robertson bit in the center, or that Robertson screw, I should say. So excellent. And that's my main reason for getting Robertsons, because I do electrical work, and I got so pissed off of my Phillips screw keeps camming out when I'm trying to tighten on. Because when you wrap the Romex, the wire around the terminal on these receptacles, you want to make sure that is on there very tight when you do that, because electricity, when the current flows through it and stuff, electricity vibrates, and these screws will eventually over time back out a little bit and get loose, and that will cause arcing. So you want to make sure when you tighten down your receptacle terminal screws, they are tight. And I was having issues getting them very tight because my Phillips screwdriver, the harder I went, the more it was starting to cam out and starting to strip the screw on the terminal there. But now that I have a real Robertson bits, which these are real, Robertson number 1, I'm able to tighten these receptacle screws excellently. And do I need to get an ECX bit? Probably not, because the Robertson number 1 is going to be a better quality bit for that than a ECX bit that's going to wear out in like a year like everybody else says. But anyway, guys, I'm going to show you just a quick close-up of the screwdriver here. So here's a close-up of the Picquic 6-pack Plus. As you guys can see here, we have a nice solid shank. The screwdriver itself is made in Canada. The bits are made in Taiwan, and they're impact driver grade bits. And the way you do it is you just push it through like that and tap on. Very well made. So there's the Picquic 6-pack Plus. This is their biggest screwdriver. You see right here on the shank, you have that, I don't know what you call it, but you have this indentation to where you can put a wrench on there and you can get yourself some extra torque. So if a screw is being really, really tight and hard to get, that's nice to have. So you have that nice mounting point. But see, you guys can see the bits are stored in here. And when you're messing with the screwdriver, you're not going to touch those bits at all because they're recessed. The bits aren't going to fall out or anything when you're messing with the screwdriver. It's a very solid design. My True Torx, it's the same size as the 6-pack Plus, except its bit array is all Torx bits. But they're the same 3-inch impact driver grade bits. Not going to break if you put them on a power tool. Matique is a little bit smaller, as you can see right here. It's a little bit slimmer. A little bit smaller bits, but they're still impact driver grade. Teeny turner. Good for getting in them tight places. And here's my magnetizer up close. And let me demonstrate the outlet up close. So I'm going to find my Robertson. So there you guys go. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. That was just a quick look at my Picquic set. And I'll be getting more Picquics later. I think I really like them. They're very solidly built. I touched the plastic. It's nice, thick, solid plastic. Has a nice grip to it. The bits are really nice quality. And it latches onto that receptacle like no other screwdriver I've ever used in my life. So I'm very satisfied. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. And see you guys next time.